Hi, I'm Charmaine. Welcome to Curiosity Over Fear, where we have the difficult conversations about overcoming fear with courage and curiosity. So, whether you're looking to change something with your career or just everyday life, I invite you to join me on this journey to be less fearful and more daring.
Life has a funny way of throwing curveballs when you least expect it. I was supposed to interview Katerina Kurganska today for an International Women's Month. I was so excited because she's this incredible filmmaker with such an inspiring story. But you know how life is. She ended up coming down with dengue fever from all her travels, so we're rescheduling. At first, I kind of panicked because I had this big plan of highlighting inspiring women's stories to wrap up the month. But then I realized maybe this was actually the perfect opportunity to sit down and reflect on what being a woman really means to me and what this month truly represents. I've been thinking a lot about what makes a woman strong, beautiful, and inspiring. And honestly, the older I get, the more my definition keeps shifting. I used to think being strong meant having thick skin, showing no emotion, and always appearing like you got it together. But some of the women that I've come to admire the most, women like my friend Annie, have taught me it's actually okay, even necessary, to be soft on the outside while having deep inner strength. She showed me that vulnerability isn't weakness, it's one of the bravest and most beautiful qualities we can have. And what I've noticed about Annie is that because of this softness and strength, she's able to connect with people, even the ones who seem hard to reach. And if someone does cross the line or becomes rude or disrespectful, she doesn't seem to get loud or overpowering. She just holds her ground with quiet confidence. Her strength shows up in the way that she carries herself, in her words, and in her actions. And it's the kind of strength that leaves a lasting impression. Then there's my friend Amy, who is such a powerhouse leader. I met her early in my nursing career and she immediately stood out. She had a ton of experience, especially as a travel nurse. So it wasn't surprising that leadership quickly wanted to move her into a managerial role. But what really struck me was how she carried that leadership. Everyone respected her, not because she led with fear or authority, but because she led with kindness and respect. She made people feel seen and valued. Honestly, that kind of leadership still blows me away every time I see it because it goes against so much of what we're taught about power. It reminds me that real leadership isn't about control, it's about connection. And you know what else keeps coming up for me? The importance of friendship, especially friendships with other women. So, I live on the big island of Hawaii, and one of the things I miss most about living in one place for a long time is the supportive community of strong female friendships that I create. And since I've lived here on the Big Island for 3 years now, I'm only just finally starting to deepen some meaningful connections. But one thing I know for sure is that as we get older, making new friends, and not just the surface level fun friends, but the kind you can genuinely confide in, becomes so much harder. There's actually a poem I recently found, and it perfectly captures why these bonds are essential. Let me share it with you. The poem is called Don't Forget Your Girlfriends. I sat on a summer day, drinking iced tea and visiting with my mother. Don't forget your girlfriends, mother advised, clinking the ice cubes in her glass. No matter how much you love your husband, you are still going to need girlfriends. Remember to go places with them now and then, and do things with them, even when you don't necessarily want to. And remember that and remember that girlfriends are not only friends, but sisters, daughters, mothers, grandmothers, and other relatives too. Women supporting and relating to other women is our responsibility and our gift. What a funny piece of advice, I thought. Hadn't I just gotten married? Hadn't I just joined the couple world? I was now a married woman, for goodness sake, not some young girl who needed friends. But I listened to my mom. I kept in contact with my girlfriends and even found some new ones along the way. As the years tumbled by, one after another, I gradually came to understand that mom really knew what she was talking about. Here's what I know: girlfriends bring casseroles and scrub your bathroom when you need help. Girlfriends keep your children and your secrets. Girlfriends give advice when you ask. Sometimes you take it and sometimes you don't. Girlfriends don't always tell you you're right, but they usually tell the truth. Girlfriends still love you, even when they disagree with your choices. Girlfriends laugh with you and don't need canned jokes to start the laughter. Girlfriends pull you out of jams. Girlfriends don't keep a calendar of who hosted the other last big party. Girlfriends will celebrate for your son or daughter when they're married or have a baby, in whichever order that happens. Girlfriends are there for you in an instant and when the hard times come. Girlfriends will drive through blizzards, rainstorms, hail, heat, and gloom of night to get to you when your hour of need is desperate. Girlfriends listen when you lose a job or a friend. Girlfriends listen when your children break your heart. Girlfriends listen when your parents' minds and bodies fail. Girlfriends cry with you when someone you love dies. Girlfriends support you when the men in your life let you down. Girlfriends pick you up. Girlfriends help pick you up. Girlfriends help pick up the pieces when men pack up and go. Girlfriends rejoice at what makes you happy and are ready to go out and kill what makes you unhappy. Time passes. Life happens. Distance separates. Children grow up. Marriages fail. Love waxes and wanes. Hearts break. Careers end. Jobs come and go. Parents die. Colleagues forget favors. Men don't call when they say they will, but girlfriends are there no matter how much time and how many miles are between you. A girlfriend is never farther away than needing her can reach. When you have to walk that lonesome valley, and you have to walk it for yourself, your girlfriends will be the one in the valley's rim, cheering you on, praying for you, pulling for you, intervening on your behalf, and waiting with open arms at the valley's end. Sometimes they will even break the rules and walk beside you, or come in and carry you out. My daughters, sisters in law, mother in law, nieces, cousins, extended family, and my friends blessed my life. The world wouldn't be the same without them, and neither would I. When we began this adventure called womanhood, we had no idea the incredible joys or sorrows that they lay ahead, nor did we know how much we would need each other. Every day, we need each other still. Now, isn't that the truth? That poem really spoke to me because it captures exactly why female friendships are so essential. They offer a unique kind of support, understanding, and comfort that nothing else can quite replace. These friendships are powerful reminders that through every stage and challenge of life, we're not meant to go at it alone. Now, I'm not married, but I do have a partner. And as much as I love my partner, it's not just the same as a female friendship. And the older I get, the clearer it becomes just how important women are in my life, not just as friends, but as sisters, guides, mirrors, mentors, and even life rafts when things get stormy. We really do need each other through every season. And when I think about what International Women's Month means to me, it's exactly this: recognizing, celebrating, and appreciating these incredible bonds we have with the women around us. Because honestly, there's something magical about having women in your life who truly see you, who love you at your best, support you at your worst, and always encourage you to keep becoming the woman you want to be. I constantly find myself looking around, searching for women who inspire me, whether it's through friendships, books, podcasts, and documentaries. I'm always looking for role models who can help shape myself into the woman I'm proud to be. Part of it is because I also have this weird internal tug of war about age. One minute I'm convinced I'm too late to start something new, or too late to chase dreams, too late to switch gears. And then the next minute I'm telling myself I'm not old enough yet to have credibility or authority. And it's exhausting. But thankfully, I keep discovering women who completely ignore society's ridiculous rules about age and timelines. Women like Brene Brown and Elizabeth Gilbert remind me that it's never too late to grow, pivot, or redefine what success and fulfillment look like. They're proof that our lives can have many chapters and we get to decide how they're written. And recently, I also came across a woman named Zulia Kawaja. I hope I'm saying her name right. But on Instagram, you may know her as Naturally Zuzu. She left her high powered corporate job in her early 40s to follow her passion for plant based cooking. And I think from hearing her story, she was saying how she got a lot of backlash from friends and family of why she did that. Stories like hers remind me that these limits we create are just stories, and we have the power to rewrite them at any point. I truly hope that someday soon, all these inspiring women aren't just guests on my podcast, but personal friends too. Because surrounding yourself with people who lift you up, who challenge you, who make you better just by existing, there's nothing more empowering than that. So, to all my girlfriends who've been there through the laughter, tears, adventures, and curveballs, thank you. I honestly don't know where I'd be without you. And to you listening right now, whether you're a woman or not, I hope this reminded you of the women who have shaped your life. Maybe it's your mom, sister, friend, partner, coworker, or mentor, whoever she is. Maybe just reach out, say hi, or let her know how much she means to you. Because every day, we really do need each other still. I do realize here I am, I'm just rambling on, but honestly, it feels good to have all these thoughts out as we close out this special month together. I'm curious, what does being a woman mean to you? What women have shaped your idea of strength, beauty, or inspiration? I genuinely would love to hear your thoughts because these conversations matter so much. And as we close out International Women's Month, I just want to say thank you for listening, for reflecting, and supporting this podcast. Honestly, you're the best. And remember, choosing to honor and celebrate women, our stories, our struggles, and our strength is also a choice to lead with curiosity over fear. Because when we stay curious about each other, we create space for deeper connection, healing, and growth. Stay curious, stay courageous, and I'll see you next time.
If you enjoyed this podcast, please make sure to leave me a review so that I can send you a free Curiosity Over Fear sticker. Then after writing the review, claim your free gift by taking a screenshot and sending it to me via direct message on Instagram at Curiosity Over Fear. Thank you for joining me this week on Curiosity Over Fear. If you haven't already, subscribe so you can get a reminder to tune in every other Thursday for new episodes. And remember, always ask yourself, what would be possible if you led with courage and curiosity?